Hi there, and welcome to e-GMAT. My name is Stacey and I'm going to be working through this sentence on railroad employees with you. We're going to go ahead and utilize the e-GMAT three-step approach to solve this question. So we're going to begin with step one, that meaning analysis, utilizing the sentence structure to extract the meaning. Now, I know, fully underlined sentence, and that sometimes makes a few of us a little apprehensive, but no worries. The same approach can be used with fully underlined sentences as partially underlined sentences. We're not going to change the way we go about this in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to start reading slowly through the sentence, and we see added to the increase in hourly wages requested last July. So we know right off the bat that there was an increase, and this increase was in hourly wages, and this increase was requested last July. Okay, so we keep reading to find out possibly who or what made this increase, and I find out that the railroad employees are now seeking. So I have railroad employees, and these employees are now seeking. What are they now seeking? They are now seeking an expanded program of retirement benefits. Okay, so pretty straightforward in meaning. Let's pull those key aspects, make sure we understand everything that's going on. We know first and foremost that we have these railroad employees, and they asked for an increase in pay last July. This is that first piece of the sentence we get right up here, that these hourly wages were requested last July. The second piece is that the employees now want something else. Now, that's that second piece. We know they are now seeking something different. And now the employees are seeking an expanded program of retirement benefits. So our meaning, logically clear, pretty straightforward. All right, let's move on to step two, that error analysis. Now, anytime my meaning seems crystal clear, I want to make sure that I ask that important question of, do the structure and grammar communicate the meaning properly? Is the way the author structured the sentence and the grammar is using in the sentence, he or her is using in the sentence, or he or she is using in the sentence, is that properly communicating the meaning that I have extracted that is logical? Now, I check my subject verb pairs. I see those are working out. The railroad employees are seeking, makes logical sense, agrees in number. I don't have any pronouns I'm dealing with. Now I'm going to check the modifiers, and I see at the top I have this opening modifier added to the increase in hourly wages requested last July. And I know anytime I have an opening verb ed modifier, that modifier is going to directly associate with the subject of the sentence first and foremost. So that is going to directly modify the railroad employees. So I have to ask, does that even make sense? Are the railroad employees added to the increase in hourly wages requested last July? Completely illogical. That modification is not making any logical sense with that subject. So we have a modifier error here that is really messing with the meaning of the sentence. We can't add employees to an increase in hourly wages. Not working at all. So we need to find a structure that's going to correct that modifier and still communicate what these employees have requested and are now seeking as far as their benefits go. So let's get to work here, moving through those answer choices. We're going to go ahead. We're going to reject choice A for those reasons that we just discussed, that illogical modification. Let's take a look at choice B here. Now, choice B repeats the same error as option A. We have a slight change in the structure. You'll notice down here that instead of the railroad employees, we now have the employees of the railroad, but that doesn't change the modification that's happening. We still have added to the increase in hourly wages, the employees, and we know that's illogical. Same meaning issue. Employees can't be added to the increase in hourly wages. So we're going to go ahead and reject choice B. Move on to choice C. See if that gets us any closer. Now here we have the railroad employees are now seeking an expanded program. So we've gotten rid of that opening modifier. But notice we have a slight meaning change here as we continue reading through the sentence. We have expanded retirement benefits are added to the increase in wages. Right down here. So expanded program of retirement benefits added to the increase in hourly wages. And that's not what our original sentence is communicating. The two actions in this option seem to have been combined into one, which is not the intended meaning. Per the original sentence, the two requests were separate. One took place last July, and now they are seeking additional requests. So this isn't one thing. They're not adding the retirement benefits to the increase. This is a separate request. Also, you'll notice here that we have the singular increase and we have the plural were, and that is creating a subject-verb agreement error. So that's another deterministic error. Now, if you're thinking, well, hold on, no, that's not right. Were is fine because that's referring to wages. Stop and think about that. That's not the case because they didn't request wages last July. They requested an increase in wages last July. Okay, so we have a slightly far away noun modification with that here. That would be referring to the increase that was requested last July. So option C is out for this meaning change and for that subject verb error. Now, let's take a look at choice D. Choice D is repeating that same subject verb error we just discussed. We have increase, were. Again, that slightly far away noun modifier. I'll give you some great resources at the end to practice that skill if these two choices messed you up a little bit here. But that's the deterministic error to reject choice D. And so it's going to be choice E that gets the job done for us here. We get in addition to the increase in hourly wages requested last July. So here, that opening verb ED modifier has been changed to a prepositional phrase. Now, if you're sitting there going, well, hold on a second, Stacey, that's not making sense because in addition doesn't modify the employees correctly, you need to stop and think. This is where your grammar tools do come in a little bit handy. Verb ED, verb ing, opening modifiers associate directly with that subject, but a prepositional phrase modifies the entire clause that follows it. So this is actually going to work structurally for us here. So choice E is going to be that correct answer choice and gets the job done for us. So a couple takeaways. Always make sure to take that time to make sure your meaning and grammar align. Hey, I'm a poet and didn't even know it. Point 2, beware of structural changes that look good but create additional errors. We saw that with that subject-verb error that we saw in both choices C and D. Structural changes made it look nice, fluid, but we did have that subject-verb error. And completely underlined sentences do not have to be daunting. Don't be apprehensive about them. If you utilize this meaning-based approach and you are deliberate in the way you apply it, all questions can be handled in exactly the same manner. Please make sure you drop a like below to let us know you are here and that these solutions are helping you so we can continue to create great content to help you along your GMAT journey. Please subscribe to our channel so you get alerted and know when we've updated with more content. Check out the links in the description below, some helpful resources on slightly far away noun modifiers and other helpful resources for you. And as always, happy learning.